The glaciers from 5 Alpines are predicted to melt in the next 15 years. Our next report telling you more about this.
It's a dire prognosis for Germany's 5 Alpine glaciers. Glaciologist of the Bavarian Academy of Sciences shares a doomsday prediction after research. All the glaciers will disappear within the next 15 years. Germany's glaciers are facing particularly tough times compared with neighboring ones.
If you look at all the glaciers in the Alps, then of course you have to say that the situation is a bit different compared with the German glaciers. We have many more. We have around 3,000 glaciers still in the Alps, and there are very few large glaciers in the Alps that will survive for a long time. But it is already the case that the majority of the glaciers in the Alps will disappear in the next 55 years.
Since the records began in 1901, never has the snow depth on the Zugspitze peak been so low in July. The Zugspitze is located on the glacier. Like other glaciers, Germany's highest and largest glacier has been melting dramatically in recent years, and it has lost much of its volume in the past decade. This year's high temperatures and low rainfall have made it especially hard for the glaciers to survive, because a low volume of snow can accelerate the melting of the ice. But it's not hikers that damage the glaciers. It's the Sahara dust cloud, a phenomena down to southwestern winds. The clouds have been carrying sand and dust from the Sahara across Europe, including Germany, since early 2022.
Snow has a very light surface. This means that when the sun shines on the snow, most of the solar energy is reflected and is not used to melt the snow. But if there is dark dust or dark sand on the snow surface, then this sand absorbs. The sun's radiation and the heat that is generated is then transferred directly into the melting of the snow. And this has led to the fact that this spring, the snow cover disappeared relatively quickly, especially on the Bavarian glaciers, where there was actually not such a small layer of snow in contrast with many others.
Reducing greenhouse emissions is the easiest way to slow down the melting of Alpine glaciers. But with the Russian war in Ukraine, gas crisis, supply fears and approaching winter, Germany is turning to coal to save households and cities. Coal, with a carbon content of 78%, makes up the vast majority of greenhouse gas emissions, and it means more carbon dioxide being added to the already heated atmosphere. And there's no visible panic or planning in sight. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.